Welcome to your latest roundup of VR gaming and tech news. This week, we spotlight the most anticipated VR titles and hardware updates across all major platforms, ensuring you're up to date with the latest in virtual reality. Valve Deckard's design praised by Lynx. San Larocchi, the CEO and founder of French mixed reality startup Lynx, recently praised the design of Valve's upcoming VR headset, codenamed Deckard, calling it quite amazing. While Larocque didn't disclose any specific details, stating he'd be equally upset if someone leaked details about Lynx's own headset, he hinted that both companies might be using the same component suppliers, suggesting how he may have seen the device. Lynx, known for its Lynx R1 headset, first revealed in 2020, initially aimed to be the first standalone headset with color pass-through mixed reality. However, delays allowed Meta's Quest Pro and Apple Vision Pro to beat it to market. Despite these setbacks, Larocque remains active in the XR space and clearly keeps tabs on competitors like Valve. Valve has been rumored for years to be developing a new headset, with multiple software references to Deckard appearing in Steam VR code, uncovered by VR analyst Brad Lynch's team. These findings include controller models named Roy and specs for a prototype featuring 2K LCD panels and a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip. While no official design images have leaked recently, anticipation remains high for what could become one of the most advanced wireless VR systems yet. XR, weekly games and updates. It's time for another XR news roundup, and the virtual scene has been firing on all cylinders this May. In the past week alone, rhythm fans got fresh tracks in Beat Saber and Synth Riders, and PSVR 2 users were treated to new ports like Smash Drums and Pirates VR. Meanwhile, Pinball FX VR amped things up with 9 new Williams tables. We also had hands-on sessions with promising titles like Star Vault, Verse, Of Lies and Rain, and Tunnels, while Creature teased a showcase for next week. On the hardware front, Horizon OS developers reported new bugs. Google teased smart glasses for I/O, and Vision OS is preparing to support brain-computer interfaces. Samsung revealed powerful new micro OLED displays. Pimax dropped news of its Dream Air SE headset, and Ray-Ban Meta glasses introduced improved accessibility for visually impaired users. Meanwhile, Cosmic XR is turning your room into a galaxy map using hand tracking. Grimlord dropped its massive Sands of Glory update. Rager locks in an early access launch this September. Sweary's Death Game Hotel hits Steam with a chunky upgrade. Frenzies introduces a new progression system, and anime bartending sim Project Mix crushed its Kickstarter goal in under an hour. A1X handheld rivals Ally X1. The Aoki Zoe A1X handheld, designed to go head-to-head with the upcoming ROG Ally X, is officially launching on June 17th, following its Kickstarter debut on April 17th. While the campaign is ongoing, AOC Zoe has already opened pre-orders on its official site, though buyers are advised to review shipping terms carefully before purchasing. The A1X will come in 4 different configurations, each featuring LPDDR5X RAM at 7500 MTS and M2 2280 SSD storage. Prices start at $899 for the 8840U 32GB 1TB model and go up to $1,599 for the top-end HX370 version with 64GB RAM and 2TB storage. At the heart of its performance lies the AMD Ryzen AI 9HX370 processor in select models, aiming to provide cutting-edge computing and AI capabilities. The handheld boasts an 8-inch 1920 by 1200 touchscreen with 10-point multi-touch, 500 nits brightness, VRR support for 60 to 120 Hz refresh rates, and scratch-resistant glass with DC dimming. It features robust connectivity, including an OCU Link port for external GPU support at up to 64 gigabits per second, dual USB 4.0 ports, USB 3.2 Gen 2, micro SD 4.0, and a headphone jack. Powered by a 72.7 watt-hour battery with 100 WH fast charging, the A1X also includes capacitive joysticks and a 3-axis gyroscope. Proton update fixes game issues. Valve just rolled out a fresh Proton experimental update, bringing a host of improvements and fixes for a variety of popular games. This latest patch addresses several compatibility issues that players on the Steam Deck and Linux systems had been facing. Among the highlights, the first Berserker, Kazan will no longer display outdated OS warning, while River City Girls now plays boss intro videos properly. Alpha Protocol's launcher has received rendering enhancements, and the annoying double pop-up from the final's EOS EAC updater is gone. Some of the recent Proton 10 regressions have also been corrected. The Sims 2 Legacy Collection is once again fully playable, and Rage no longer struggles with window focus when alt-tabbing on KDE Wayland. Other titles like Atelier Yumiya, Dishonored 2, Forza Horizon 4 and 5, and Final Fantasy XIV, with its new launcher, have also seen key stability and functionality improvements. Even classics like The Elder Scrolls 4 for Oblivion and Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition now behave more reliably after tabbing in and out. If you already use Proton Experimental, this update should auto-download. If not, simply search for Proton Experimental on your Steam Deck to install the latest version and enjoy smoother gameplay. Bootstrap Island Roadmap Unveiled. Bootstrap Island, a PCVR survival game inspired by Robinson Crusoe, has just revealed its full development roadmap leading up to its official release. Built specifically for VR platforms, the game places players in the role of the lone survivor of a 17th century shipwreck, stranded on a lush and mysterious tropical island. Players must navigate a hostile environment, manage limited resources, and fend off wild animals to endure the elements and uncover the island's secrets. Since launching in early access in early 2024, the game has received 3 significant updates, adding features like an inventory system, shelter building, resource management, a boss battle against the jungle overlord, and a dynamic weather system. Now, developer Maru VR has shared their future plans, aiming for a full release in the first quarter of 2026. Coming this summer, the 4th update, Riverlands, will expand the playable area with river-filled zones filled with hazards like gavials, eels, and treacherous currents. It also adds new tropical fruit and a musket sling. Later, the Visions update will dive into the mental strain of survival, introducing hallucinations, medicinal herbs, and quicksand. The final version will feature interactions with native inhabitants through non-verbal communication, adding diplomacy, conflict, and rich cultural layers. Leaked image shows OnePlus design. The OnePlus Ace series has always focused on delivering high-performance smartphones, and the lineup is now growing with 2 new additions, the Ace 5 Ultra and Ace 5 Racing Edition. Following the release of the Ace 5 and Ace 5 Pro last December, powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 and Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 Elite, respectively, OnePlus is preparing to take things a step further. According to the company, the upcoming Ace 5 Racing Edition will be powered by the new MediaTek Dimensity 9400E chipset, while the Ace 5 Ultra will pack the more advanced Dimensity 9400 Plus processor. A recent leak by tipster Abhishek Yadav revealed both phones' designs, showing a notable shift from the previous circular camera modules. Instead, the new models will feature a sleek, pill-shaped camera island, consistent with OnePlus's commitment to a revamped design direction. Another leak suggests the Ace 5 Ultra will boast a 144Hz display, hinting at a smooth and fast user experience. Both models are expected to include a massive 7000 mAh battery for extended use. Leaked renders show each phone will carry a dual rear camera setup. The devices are set to debut in China in the near future. Winlator Dev returns to work. In April 2025, Winlator developer Bruno SX abruptly paused development, citing mounting user accusations that the app contained malware. The sudden break left the emulator's large Android gaming community in limbo, with no clear timeline for a return. Winlator, one of the leading Windows game emulators for Android, has gained traction for its ability to run older AAA titles smoothly, especially when paired with higher-end smartphones and external controllers like the 8-bit Do Ultimate, currently $39.50 on Amazon. Despite the controversy, it remained popular thanks to broad compatibility and working on-screen controls. Before stepping away, Bruno Sex released a hotfix reportedly addressing what some users believed were false virus alerts. On subreddit forums, several community members confirmed the fix removed suspicious flags, although the developer insisted all versions were clean. However, he also shared that the ongoing backlash had made it difficult to continue development. Now, there's renewed hope. The notice about Bruno Sex's development break has been quietly removed from Winlator's GitHub page, signaling a possible return. Although no new updates have been released just yet, the change suggests work on the project may soon resume. Reactions from the community have been mostly optimistic, though some concerns about the app's past security warnings still linger. Steam Deck beta update optimizes memory, fixes warnings. Valve has rolled out a new Steam Deck beta client update that brings a few helpful improvements, particularly for devices with limited memory. One of the key changes is a reduction in memory usage by Steam Web Helper when launching games, something that should benefit Steam Deck users and other lower memory SteamOS devices. This optimization has also been applied to Big Picture mode, ensuring a smoother experience across different user setups. Another notable fix addresses a bug where SteamOS devices that aren't the Steam Deck were incorrectly displaying Steam Deck verified installation warnings. These now properly reflect SteamOS compatible status, providing clearer guidance during game installs. To access this update, head to your Steam Deck's system settings and ensure you're on either the beta or preview update channel. Here's what's included in the May 16, 2025 beta client changelog. Steam Web Helper now uses less memory during game launches, and that efficiency carries over when switching in and out of Big Picture mode. Additionally, Valve fixed a rare crash related to Big Picture transitions. These subtle but valuable enhancements help boost system performance and deliver a more polished user experience, especially for users pushing the Steam Deck's hardware to its limit. Acer unveils Iconia V11 and V12 tablets. While Acer isn't a major player in the Android tablet scene, it continues to release occasional budget and mid-range options. This year, the company is introducing two new tablets, Acer Iconia V11 and Acer Iconia V12, ahead of Computex in Taiwan. Both models feature 90Hz FHD+ displays, MediaTek Helio G99 processors, and support for up to 8 GB of LPDDR4 RAM, aiming to offer a balanced experience at affordable price points. The Iconia V11 will launch in Europe for £229, while the slightly larger V12 will start at £289. Both tablets sport sleek, all-metal designs in mist green and come with 8,000 mAh batteries that Acer claims can last up to 10 hours. They support optional accessories like a magnetic folio case and stylus. The V11 features a 10.92-inch display with a 1920 by 1200 resolution and weighs 500 grams. In contrast, the V12 has a larger 11.97-inch screen at 2000 by 1200 and weighs 595 grams. A 4G LTE variant will be available for the V11, but not the V12. Other shared specs include Android 15, Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.2, stereo speakers, 8-megapixel rear and 5-megapixel front cameras, and up to 256 GB of expandable storage via microSD. That wraps up this week's highlights in VR gaming and technology. With a slew of new releases and hardware advancements, it's an exhilarating time for VR enthusiasts. Stay tuned for more updates as the VR landscape continues to evolve, bringing more immersive and innovative experiences to your favorite platform.